The FDA has been an agency under fire, from controversial staff appointees to deep staffing cuts to being openly questioned by former FDA chiefs about medical policies. Now CNBC has learned that in the depths of the government shutdown, the FDA approved sending staffers on a $250,000 trip to a conference in Singapore, prompting questions about the agency's priorities. Here's Melissa Lee with that story.
On the last day of the government shutdown, employees from the Food and Drug Administration boarded planes destined for Singapore, where a global healthcare conference was convening on November 18th and 19th. According to internal FDA documents and invoices CNBC obtained, the delegation was comprised of 31 FDA staffers. The trip, which cost more than $250,000 or upwards of $8,000 per person, was approved about 1 week before they departed on November 12th and before the House of Representatives voted to end the shutdown.
The bill is passed. The motion is adopted.
The conference venue was a Hotel Aura and Hotel Michael on the Singaporean island of Sentosa. These five-star resorts house a Universal Studios amusement park and an adjoining casino. The event was the International Council for Harmonization, or ICH, which aims to unify global standards for drug development and approval. But questions about the trip come as the agency is under fire from all sides. It's undergone a roughly 15% reduction in staff.
A lot of this reorganization is smart, and it's being smart with taxpayer dollars.
And the Trump administration is proposing an 11.5% reduction in budget to the FDA. On top of this, senior leadership has been in upheaval, and former FDA chiefs have publicly questioned the agency's handling of key issues such as vaccine policy. Dylan Hetler-Gaudet is the acting vice president of policy and government affairs at the Project on Government Oversight, a nonpartisan watchdog group that champions government accountability. He says the public perception of attending an international conference in the shadows of a shutdown is not good.
I would hope that FDA leadership and the administration would place a higher degree of priority on making sure the organization, the agency, is resourced completely rather than needing to attend specific conferences or events.
In a statement to CNBC, an FDA spokesperson said the meeting was mission critical and required approval from center leadership and the chief operating officer. He added attendance in the prior 2 years ranged from 47 to 49 delegates, and the purpose of the conference was to support global alignment on drug development, approval standards, and regulatory science. And taxpayers did not foot the $250,000 bill, according to the FDA's statement. The trip was funded with carryover user fees, money the agency collects from drug, device, and other medical product manufacturers for product reviews, inspections, and other regulatory work. Still, the FDA seemed to be aware that any travel could be viewed unfavorably. For example, in one document the agency wrote, due to the optics of business travel conducted during a shutdown, conference approval will be handled by FDA's senior leadership on a case-by-case basis.
Those dollars are still public dollars. Those still belong to all of us, the American public.
The day after we reached out to the FDA about this story, the agency removed 2 public website links that outlined its travel policies during a government shutdown. A spokesperson for the FDA told us the agency routinely updates its web pages to ensure information remains accurate and consistent with current policy. We also asked if Commissioner McCary was aware of and approved the trip. The FDA did not respond to our repeated questions about this matter in particular.
I assume there was an option to visit this conference on Zoom or digitally?
Yes, there was a virtual option. 3 people decided to go virtually, but they still sent 31. The conference, no doubt, is an important conference. We understand that in terms of squaring away globally the standards for drug development, drug approval. But still, the question is, during a government shutdown, should carryover user fees, which are specifically earmarked according to FDA policy during a shutdown to be used for things like inspection and threats to imminent public safety, should those fees be used for this sort of travel?
Should they is a question, and can they? Is it legal? Right?
They can. I mean, if it's approved, it's approved. But what are the ethics of that, particularly during a prolonged shutdown? These carryover user fees, they're from applications. All work at the FDA stops. They don't take in new applications. Those fees freeze. I mean, the amount that they have.
It's a bad look.
Exactly. It's a bad look. And it throws into question the priorities. There are questions about staffing. There are questions about budget priorities. There are questions about spending. And so this is just another data point in that conversation.
All right, Melissa, always diving into these investigations. Thank you very much.